Hey everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome to another episode of Euro Truck Simulator 2. Today I have good news and bad news. The good news is, in between our last episodes, version 1.40 has released, so we get to check it out in all its glory. The bad news is that the game has redeposited us back into Italy at our home base. That means we are 33 hours away from Russia to be able to complete that final leg of the Grand Tour achievement. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to jump in and kind of make our way back up that direction. We're going to leave from Milan, and I found something here that takes us, it's about a 10-hour, yeah, here we go. Oops, that's not the one we wanted. Might be gone now. We might have to reset it here. Oh, look at that, perfect to Russia, but I don't have 41 hours of driving in me right now. So let me reset this and see if we can get this to trigger the right thing that I was looking at. Here it is. Got it. So we're taking prosciutto, that's ham, right? From Milan up into Salzburg, Austria. That should be pretty good. So let's begin this delivery and get started. It looks like it's a little bit of a hike to pick it up. And the nice thing is if FM Digi, our eternal hitchhiker, gets hungry, he can just go into the back of the truck and pig out on ham. So this should be a good trip. Hope we don't put on too much weight. So I will get started here. Let's see. Head towards your flag on your map. Yep, we know that, so we're going to get things going here. Hopefully everything works with this new update. Turn the lights on and stuff. All right. Come on, truck. There we go. Okay, so we will back this around here. We get to see all the lighting and everything. This will be a pretty cool ride, actually. I'm kind of interested to check this out here. So, let's see, I think we can go this way, right? Can we get out? No, we won't make that. Wow, this looks cool. I better turn my lights on, otherwise we get a fine here right away. There we go, high beams it. I wonder, now one of the things that I had observed, or one of the observations I had, I think we're okay. Last time I played with, when we took a look at the beta with this, was that the headlights seemed dim to me, and I wonder if they adjusted those at all, or this looks pretty good actually. But this is city driving. Where I really noticed it was driving out in the countryside. It just felt a little, maybe the cone was too narrow or something like that, but we'll take a look at it. But I'm liking this already. Gosh, it's so much sharper. This is fantastic. Really liking the look so far. I don't quite know what's changed between the beta and 1.40, but let's get going. Looks like we got an hour and 38-minute drive to pick up our load here. So we'll go pick up the trailer, and then once we get that hooked up, we'll start our delivery and see you in a little bit. Alrighty, here's our excellently designed trailer, and we are all set to go. Let's get started. This is going to be a late night start for our ride here. It is about 2 o'clock in the morning now here in Milan. So most of our trip, well, actually I think we're pretty tired. So I think we're going to drive for just a little bit here at the beginning, at the night, to check out what it looks like at night again, and then rest. And so most of the ride should be in the daylight if we can work this out right. Because I'm a little more curious to see what the daylight is like than the nighttime. But just driving over here, one of the things that I noticed is same kind of thing I think as it felt before, which was that it's a darker game at night now. The lights don't have that brightness that they had, I think, in 1.39. This just feels more desolate, and this doesn't feel quite as dark and desolate as it feels like they brightened it up a little bit, maybe, but that might just be my imagining things. But I like this now. This feels a little more desolate. You get that feeling of being in a truck late at night, nothing around, and just you and the truck and stuff, and it feels cool. I feel like this is more realistic. And one of the other things I noticed too is that a lot of the towns have that car stops. A lot of the towns have these kind of yellow lights, and I mentioned how kind of unrealistic I thought that looked. It seemed like that was a little bit too yellow, but then a bunch of people put in the comments that that's actually kind of what the lights are like in a lot of European cities. So apparently that's just more realistic than the earlier version was. So I'm all fine and good with that. And I'm kind of starting to, if you would, get used to the lighting and things. I notice it, like when you turn, for example, in this version, it's darker into the place you're turning, whereas, it should be over here, in 1.39 you had better vision when you're turning. And this feels more realistic what it's actually like to turn in a vehicle at night, because it is a little bit blind because the lights are kind of pointing straight ahead, if you would. So I like this. This just feels a lot more realistic. It feels a lot more. It's a level up from what we had before, for sure. I thought the beta was fine, but this is, yeah, it feels like they've polished it just a little bit, maybe tweaked some of the things and values and stuff. This feels really good. This is fun to drive. So I'm enjoying this. So I think what we're going to do is we'll drive for a little bit here now. And we kind of got to look at what it looks like at night. Let me know what you think. I mean, as you look at this, how do you like the night view? Does it look pretty cool? And I should also mention, too, that this is pure vanilla. So I took out the extreme weather mod that I was using. I took out the random events mod that I was using. Then I took out all the traffic mods. Those were the basic ones that I had put into the game. And so this is just the base game with no mods added, nothing at all. So just try to get a look at it pure like this. And then I think what I'll do between now and the next episode is check to see if some of those mods have been updated or need to be updated that we're using before, and then install them back in as we go along. Maybe look for some new ones too. If you have some mods you think I should check out, let me know by all means. But yeah, so I'm liking it so far. I mean, we had a good look at it in the beta, but this is great. This feels a bit brighter to me, and maybe maybe I'm just imagining things, but I feel like this is better. Now this is my high beams too, I think. So if I put low beams on, yeah. Oh, that's better. Yeah. Yeah, this feels more realistic, and we'll just go with the high beams because they don't seem to mind. So yeah, we'll crank away on this for a little bit. We've got an 8-hour and 38-minute drive. We're going to need to sleep pretty soon here. So I'll go get some sleep, wake up, and then we'll take a look at what it looks like in daytime. So probably about another hour or two in the journey here, and then we'll be back. Good morning, everybody. We got 8 hours of sleep. We filled up the truck with gas, and about 6 hours or so left in the journey. Just kind of enjoying the visuals here. This is quite spectacular. I wonder if we can do this 2 thing without smashing the truck up. Got the mountains up there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this looks great, doesn't it? Wow, great work. SCS software. This is really beautiful. So, whoops, kind of weaving all over the place with that view. But yeah, I've been following this truck for a little while and just making our way through the mountains here. This is pretty cool. So, enjoying the ride. The other thing I noticed too here, actually, I'm going to stop for a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to stop for a second and take a screenshot right here. Alrighty, I think I took care of that. Got a nice screenshot here. So, yeah, this is really fun. Gosh, I'm not quite sure what it is, but the enhanced lighting and graphics really level up the gameplay. It really makes you feel like you're in a truck now. This is pretty cool. The other thing I noticed too in some of their communications is that they said Iberia DLC might be earlier rather than later. So that's good news, providing everything kind of checks out here. I think it sounds like they're just basically waiting for this to check out, see what kind of bugs people find and what kind of problems there are and stuff like that. Gosh, I really want to get ahead of this truck. What kind of bugs there are, what kind of problems there are, and then it sounds like Iberia is going to be earlier in April rather than later in April, unless they have some kind of unexpected problem. So that's pretty cool. And with that in mind, we have 206,000 euros now. We slept and picked up 50,000 euros. So someone got a big delivery while we were sleeping. We'll get 20,000 from this, which means that we'll have at least enough to get another base. And so what I'm thinking is, oh, that doesn't help. 400 euro fine. Oh well. Okay, let me just stop trying to pass this guy. Settle in behind him here. So, to go back to that, we'll have enough money to get a base. And I think what I'm going to do is, with the 180,000, pick up a base as close to, I think there's been 2 new cities in France added to the game already before the Iberia DLC comes out. So probably try to get a base in one of those cities. And I think we can just buy it virtually if I'm not mistaken. So that would put us in a perfect spot to make that our home base, and then we can, as soon as Iberia opens up, I think we could move to our home base really quickly and explore Iberia. Because what I hate to do is to get stuck all the way up in Russia and have to drive all the way across Russia and France and everything like that to get into Spain and stuff. So I think that will speed things up considerably. So that's the plan anyway. Looking forward to that. So we'll keep chugging along here. Got about 5 hours in our journey left, and making good time and just enjoying the views here. This is pretty cool. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just a much better visual experience for sure. So we'll see in a little bit. We'll check in with about 3 hours or so left. So we got about 2.5 hours left. It's been a nice drive through the mountains and stuff like that. I mean, really kind of cool viewing. I guess we're kind of almost out of them now. They're more or less behind us there. But yeah, it was a fun ride and just really smooth sailing. We only got that one ticket so far, so pretty good. Now, what is this on the left? Is this... What is that? One sec. I don't want to stop. Photo studio. What do we got up there? It's not Neuschwanstein, right? That's some kind of a castle, though. Over there. Huh. Let's take a picture. I confess I don't know what that is, but it might be cool to make a little historical tour. Haven't done one of those for a long time. One of the little kind of, we pick a landmark basically, and then just kind of look it up and tell a little story about it and kind of share what we know about it. So I'm kind of curious what that one is. One of the things that I just did, however, which is kind of fun, I've never done that so far, was to adjust the seat settings and the angle of view settings of the driving position. So I moved the seat forward. I moved it, kind of left almost everything else, and I just widened the field of view so we can see a little bit more left and right. And I'm kind of liking this. I feel like this is it's a little wider field and a little bit more forward in the truck. I adjusted the steering wheel up as well. So far, it doesn't feel like it handles any differently, or my perception's any different. But yeah, I kind of like this view a little bit better too. So yeah, we've got a couple hours left, and so far, no problems. Been pretty fun. I can't say enough about. I guess probably broken record by now, but this is a definite step up for the game. Big step up for the game. And I know in addition, we talked about this a little bit in the beta, but they also went in and reskinned Germany, which would be kind of fun to drive through again. And then added those 2 French cities that we talked about. I imagine there's a lot of other little tweaks that I just don't know about, but those 2 seem to be the big ones, in addition to the lighting fixture. The whole lighting system is brand new, and this is, of course, a major upgrade. You can see why it would take a long time. I mean, I think we mentioned this in the beta episode as well, but apparently they had to go into, for every graphic in the game, go back in and just kind of adjust and tweak some of the things on it to make sure that it worked well with the new lighting system. So that's a ton of work. I mean, there's probably thousands of models in the game for sure. So, well, we'll keep going here. We'll go about another hour or so, and then we'll check in as we're kind of approaching our final destination. And so we'll see you in a little bit. God, that was my fault, but oh well. This truck slowed down, and that car was in the lane. I cut him off, and I think he hit me, or he hit something. He didn't hit the truck, I don't think, but only 400 euros. Not that big of a deal. It's those 1,500 euro traffic violations. Those are painful, but 400 is not such a big deal anymore, I suppose. Not that we want to have them all the time, but... So we're about 23 minutes away from our final destination, and approaching the parking challenge. I'm kind of curious to see what we get here. I think we've been... it doesn't look like we've been to Salzburg before, because I see a big question mark there. Pretty cool. Nice. And I was thinking too a little bit, I bet the traffic mods actually work with 1.40, because all they are, if I'm not mistaken, would be skinning of the trucks and the vehicles. And I don't think that should impact anything, because I think I was looking somewhere. I want to do a custom, eventually sometime I want to do an episode on custom painting the truck. And I heard that those kind of things will work with 1.40, that there's going to be there's no changes to that. So if that's the case, then I would think the traffic mods will work. So between this episode and the next episode, Salzburg discovered. Nice. I thought we'd been here. I'm going to go in and kind of check some of the mods and add some of the mods and kind of see what I can do to update that too. I'd like to get that weather mod back, but obviously not if it does something to distract from the quality of the game. Come on, people, let's go. Chop, chop.
Immer geradeaus.
Calm down. Calm down. They were like 5 cars, and they had a green light, and they just waited to turn. So now we're stuck at a light. I like traffic lights, though. Not a big deal. So we'll clear this, and then we'll get back together as we get right close to the parking. Another castle up on that hill there, right in front of the truck, off to our right now. So if we look over here, right over there, another castle. There's castles everywhere here. That's pretty cool. I wonder what that one is. Could probably do a whole castle adventure in this game, it seems like. There's got to be probably a dozen or more. I wonder how many castles there are in the game. Probably a couple dozen, I would think, huh? We've seen 2 just on this drive. And I know we saw some in Eastern Europe. All right, so we are 3 minutes away here. Let's see if we can make this parking challenge. Cities look really neat with these kind of updated graphics. Everything's just a little bit sharper and cleaner, and yeah, the lighting is really spectacular. I wish we were driving a little bit longer because it's getting to be sunset, and I bet sunset would be really cool. Sunset and sunrise, I bet, is pretty neat. So let's see what we get here. 90, nice, right on the end with not much room. Okay, challenge accepted. Let's see how this goes here. Skip the parking. No, we're not going to skip the parking. We will not skip the parking. But I don't know how we're going to get this one. This seems rather challenging. We will go up on the curb here. Can we get it straight? Come in here. I don't think this is the way we're supposed to do this, but yeah. Perfect job. I think we're there. We completely missed it. 100% miss on that one. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Second time. A little bit straighter. Not quite perfect. It'd be nice to be able to get them perfect on the first try at some time. Let's get paid here. I think we get close to 20,000. I probably should get the truck fixed up. I haven't done that for a long time. Excellent. 19,000, 20,000, 19,682. We're going to get to level 27? Yes, level 27. Nice. Let's continue. Just-in-time delivery or eco-driving? I don't know if these two really matter that much, but yeah, let's get just-in-time delivery. The eco-driving one doesn't seem to be worth all that much. You save a little bit on gas, I think, or something. You drive more efficiently. But yeah, so we have, what do we got? 227,000 euros. Let's go buy a base as we finish up this one. Garage purchase. Garage purchase. Here we go. So the new cities, the closest city, Bordeaux or Toulouse? Right here. That's it, isn't it? Let's buy Toulouse. Purchase. Small. Yes. 108,000 for sure. All right, thank you for your purchase. You can manage your new garage from the Garage Manager. So let's go to Garage Manager and let's make Toulouse our, how do we make it our home place? I don't know how to do that. Garage slots, can I do that? No driver sign. Well, I'll figure that out between now and the next time. That brings us to the end today. I think what we'll do between now and then is that we've got, if we look here on external contracts, what I'm going to try to do is get us up to this Kaliningrad enclave. So from here to there, it's probably going to take me a couple drives, and then we'll try to get that. Going to try to finish up that Grand Tour achievement, not letting that one go for sure. So it's probably another 30 hours of driving to get up there. So I'm going to try to get up there, and hopefully next episode will be from Kaliningrad, and then we're going to try to do a drive into Lithuania to finally seal that Grand Tour, which has been eluding us for about 7 or 8 episodes now. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please consider subscribing. Should be good for Wednesday's episode. I got thrown off a little bit with this one, but should be good going forward. So take care, everybody. Have a great week.